Do you struggle with knowing your ring size and where you can purchase rings that will fit you? A lot of not so skinny women struggle to find rings that fit their fingers. If you're like me, when you see a ring you like, you are just praying that they carry it in your size. Hi, I'm Crystal Cave stylist, Not So Skinny Women, and the creator of Not So Skinny Style School. Welcome back to Crystal Cave TV, where we answer all your most pressing style questions. In this video, I'm going to share with you first how to figure out your ring size and then where you can go to purchase your favorite ring styles and trends you're crushing on. So I love rings because they're a fun little inspiration that are literally at your fingertips. And you can look down as a reminder throughout the day. For a lot of people, once you get past a certain size, your fingers start to grow with you, which can be frustrating and make it harder to find rings that fit. I used to find myself having ring envy of women who could wear those midi rings, those sweet little rings that you wear at the top of your finger. I wish that I could waltz into any store and purchase the rings I had seen on the runway. But the reality is that most mainstream stores do not have rings that accommodate over a size 8. So it's super important that we educate ourselves and understand our bodies before we go shopping. Just like measuring your body, measuring your fingers opens you up to a huge selection of rings throughout online shopping. This is why I recommend that all women invest in a ring sizer. It's the one item from my styling kit that I think every woman should have. There are actually 2 types of ring sizers you can purchase. The first type is called a MANDREL. It's shaped like a cone and it's made to identify the size of a ring. So if you have a ring that fits you well, but you're not sure what size it is, simply slide it onto the MANDREL. And where the ring stops, you'll be able to see what size it is. The second type of ring sizer is called a finger size gauge, and it looks like a keychain full of key rings with each ring measuring a ring size. You simply slide your fingers into the different circles until you find one that fits your finger snugly. An important thing to keep in mind when you're measuring your fingers is that your ring size will change from summer to winter, especially if you live in a climate where the temperature changes a lot with the seasons. The amount of water you retain in the heat of the summer causes your fingers to swell. This happens to all people, no matter their weight, size, height, whatever, and it's totally normal. The downside is that it might make for snugger rings that are harder to wear in the summer. In the cold winter months, you'll experience the opposite. Your fingers will become smaller, just overall, and your rings might become loose or even hard to wear. If you're struggling with wearing a favorite ring in the winter, I recommend getting a ring SNUGGIE. They're tiny plastic tubes that pop onto the bottom part of your ring and you place snugly in place. Now that you know your ring size, let's go shopping. When you're going ring shopping, a good place to start is to look at your favorite brand. If they have clothing that fits you, they will most likely have rings that fit you too. Remember my midi ring obsession? Well, I solved that problem while visiting Torrid, where I found a collection of fabulous on-trend midi rings in my size. Torrid has always been my favorite go-to place for clothing, and it turns out they have a great selection of jewelry as well. Bauble Bar is another wonderful brand I love. You can shop their selection online or in person at Nordstrom and Anthropologie. All of their jewelry is amazing, and their rings actually go up to a size 10. Another place to try is actually Bryant. Even if you're not a huge fan of their clothing, they've always had great accessories that fit not so skinny women, and they have a cool selections of rings to choose from as well. If you're looking for jewelry that's more unique, Etsy is actually really fabulous. You can search for plus size rings, and now that you know your ring size, if you see something that you like, you can send the artist a private message to see if they'd be willing to make the ring in your size, which could be a fun way to get a custom-made personal statement piece. So, if you're frustrated with finding rings that actually fit, I recommend you purchase a ring sizer or make a visit to your local jewelry store and ask them to size your fingers. Then, remember, write it down. I would love to hear from you in the comments below. And for more awesome videos like this one, you can subscribe to my YouTube channel, Crystal Cave TV. You can also click on the link below to visit my blog where you'll find links to shop ring sizers and some of the gorgeous rings I'm crushing on right now. I want you to remember that great style has no size. You can feel amazing in the size you are now, and you totally deserve to show the world your special sparkle, both inside and out. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time on Crystal Cave TV.